Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm now going to call the Wednesday, March 18th, 2026 meeting of the Norfolk County Commission to order. Welcome to all. We're live and on the Zoom. I'm going to ask everyone to stand and join me in saluting of the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Roll call vote. Commissioner Stady.
I am present.
Commissioner Collins.
Present.
And Chairman Shea is present. We have a full quorum. Thank you. Number 4. Number 3. This is something new to me.
Yes. Matt?
Update on Zoom meeting from participation options. Director Cronin.
Yes, Commissioner, just a brief footnote. Today's agenda does not include a dial-in number as Zoom is no longer supporting that function in their feature. We have found in the past that although the phone number worked sometimes, it did not work all the time. So it's really sort of a transition of their product into a streaming based product that you can still reach us on without disclosing your location. So we wanted to let folks know that the Zoom option is being modified as shown on the agenda, and in full spirit of disclosure, the phone option is no longer exclusively used. Thank you.
But we're still using Zoom.
That's correct.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that. It's good to know. Number 4, no executive session today. Number 5, minutes of the March 4th and March 11th meetings. Commissioner Stady.
I would move approval of the March 4th meeting as presented.
Of the open session.
Of the open session. Yep.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Next,
And
open session of March 11th.
The executive session for March.
was that? I'll move approval of the executive session of March 4th as presented.
With the chair to hold
Yes, sir.
Hold until
the appropriate
Chair,
time. Yes.
okay.
I'll second the motion.
motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a
Aye.
vote. One more.
And I'll move approval of the March 11th meeting minutes as presented.
I'll abstain from that because I wasn't there for that meeting.
I'll second it.
Okay. Yeah.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote.
And I'll abstain. Okay.
Okay.
One abstention. Number 6, appointments. We have an appointment today and an introduction from County Treasurer Michael Bellotti. I'm going to call the treasurer up to say hello and
Thank you.
Like do his
Bobby,
job.
you can grab a seat. Thank you very much for your time and your indulgence. I just want to introduce a new hire that after a long process, we have made a decision with your support and your help in the HR function up here, which is very appreciative. Robert Fontana, Mass Maritime grad, 2 masters, right, Bentley?
Yeah.
1 in taxation, 1 in accounting, many years experience working with private accounting firms.
Yeah.
And there wasn't anybody who applied who had government background. And that's just the way it is these days, I guess, when it comes to these jobs. And so I think his challenge, it won't be an enormous challenge, it's just learn how to marry it with the government piece, government accounting. So Joe Dioria has a week and a half left. He has graciously agreed to stay on and train young Robert here on the duties and responsibilities as assistant treasurer. And we hope to keep Joe on a small contract so that we could reach out to him when we need to. We don't want to lose all that experience that quickly. So he's been very, very gracious during the transition. And I know we all recognize, what he's meant. I remember when I was sheriff 100 years ago, and we were county, a county agency. I think I was there for 12 years. And we worked through a lot of different economic cycles and different challenges in terms of how the sheriff role kind of worked with the county. It was just not always clear. And because of Joe's leadership and his institutional knowledge and ability to work, we were able to really have a great relationship with you folks when I was sheriff. And then the transition when we became state, it was a different animal. So when I came back here 6 years ago, it was nice to have Joe here and know that, we had that mutual trust and confidence in each other. And I've known Bobby for a while because we've talked about this during the process. I've got to know him. I knew him beforehand too. And I think we have the right replacement. So, do you want to ask questions or Bobby, you want to say?
Commissioners, any
It's been a day and a
comments?
half.
At all?
Well, I'd like to know a couple of things. Where you're coming from? What town?
So I live in Quincy, grew up in Quincy.
Oh, Quincy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big city. A lot of
Okay.
talent here. What can I tell you?
Very Quincy guy.
Agree.
Yes,
And which area? At the Mass Maritime, did you get you?
I did. Yeah, so
No.
I have actually my degree is in international maritime business.
That's it.
And eventually I continued my education, getting a master's in accounting,
Hmm.
and then followed that up with a master's in taxation,
That's what.
both from Benson.
Did you do private, public practice?
So I was in my last position was in public accounting. So for a CPA firm,
Therefore.
Citron Cooperman, out of Braintree.
Tell me about your first job out of Mass Maritime.
So my first job was at General Electric Aviation. I've worked in manufacturing, so didn't have much to do with accounting, but I was able to gain a lot of leadership experience there. Supervised the assembly of jet engines, and while working there was when I started, to pursue my master's in accounting.
That's pretty impressive. So he's already had management experience. Anything else?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Appreciate it. I'm excited to be here.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, commissioners.
Okay, well, welcome.
Okay, we'll see you.
Right.
We'll lean on you. And
Thanks for having us.
We're here if you have any questions.
28 years from Joe, we'll talk about that next week.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Good team. You have good team.
If he
You
makes
make
it
that
40
right.
years, this next time we meet like this will be 2066.
You got good people working.
Yes.
Thank you. Take care. All right. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
Nice to meet you.
Now, you want to change? And we're welcoming Jenna to our meeting. I know she's been here once before, but
Oh.
Jenna, we've had a history here with the last few business managers. We're present a lot. And anytime you want to come down and see us, we're here. We're happy to see you,
Thank you.
whatever we can do. Thank you.
How's that budget coming?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I am. Yeah. Yeah. I heard.
Yeah, I'd say 90% there.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. There's still more expenses than revenue.
Yeah.
But we'll tackle that.
But that's a side effect of, well, we can't talk about that. When you go with the process effect of that,
Yeah. Yep.
we'll talk.
It's definitely going to look different this
Yeah.
year.
All right.
14 now, 14, okay, yeah. Okay, moving right along. Number 7.
We get to number 9 and 10. I just want to clarify something.
Okay, number 7, public comment. Every meeting we have public comment for folks in person or on Zoom. Now is the time for public comment. Anyone else in Zoom land who has any public comment at all, now is the time to express. Director Cronin, do you have anybody?
No, sir.
You had any notice? Last call for public comment. Seeing none, we'll move to number 8, old business. I have no old business, thank you. Next,
Chairman, through you.
number 9, yes, Director
I would
Cronin.
ask for the numbers to be exchanged, payroll and expense warrants first, and then the personal matters for consideration will flow.
Okay,
They're
so
just
we're gonna
numbered
go,
back- They're just numbered backwards, Richard, on your agenda.
Okay. we'll skip 9, go to 10, and then go back to 9.
So this should be 37-26.
No, your agenda.
Oh.
See number 9 says personal matters for consideration.
Oh, that. Okay.
So we're gonna go to number 10 first.
Okay.
Yes, number 10, payroll and expense warrant,
You want to do that?
Commissioner,
All right. Mr. Chairman,
yes.
now if that's clear, I would please move the following: the warrant list of 31826. Number 1, 26-37, payroll of the county, move approval of the sum of $146,894.44. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Next,
Next, for the payroll of the school, I move approval of 4279.76.73. The sum, $427,976.73. So moved.
Second.
motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote.
And
Next,
third, Mr. Chairman, I move approval of 030306, expense of the county, move approval of the sum, $128,944.08. So moved.
Second.
motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It is a vote. The warrant for this week. Mr. Chairman.
Okay, now we'll go back to personnel matters for consideration.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the golf course and 1 at the agricultural school. Commissioner Stady.
All right, Mr. Chairman, pleased to move approval at the Norfolk County Agricultural High School. Notice of appointment of Curtis Orange as building maintenance foreperson at the rate stated, effective date of appointment 3/23/26. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded,
All right.
all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote for Curtis Orange.
All right, Mr.
Walsh
Chairman.
and Rick.
Yes, I got bunch them together a little bit. The first motion I'll make at the Walsh Recreational Facility is the notice of contingent employment for Emmett Allen as a seasonal golf associate and David Brown as a seasonal golf associate, both at the rate stated with the date of the employment for Mr. Brown, 3/23/26, Mr. Allen, 3/25/26. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Next,
On the other three are all on notice of rehire. And I believe the dates, no, almost.
Rehire.
Yeah,
Rehire.
rehire. So I'll move approval of the notice of rehire for Mark Welch, Andrew Balestra, and Caroline Cavici as seasonal golf associates at the rate stated, with the date of 3/23/26 for Mark and Andrew, and a date of 3/25/26 Caroline. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Thank you.
And if we make,
One more, I'm sorry.
yeah, so no problem. Make a motion to approve
Return.
the notice of return from FMLA effective 3/17/26. Do I read the code?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, code 2602-01.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Next, report of the procurement department on any bid openings or contract awards. There's none today.
No.
Amendment to the fiscal year 2027 budget timeline.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, this afternoon, I wish to inform you that as a result of the school working on their budget at this point, I will not be delivering a proposed budget to you next week. The schools are anticipating providing their balanced budget to the trustees on March 27th. Consequently, I expect to provide a countywide balanced budget proposal to you on April 1st, a week later. So our timeline is shifting by 1 week while the school completes the process. So I just want to alert you and the public that our timeline has moved out a little bit. It gives commissioners just a little bit less time to modify anything they hear from me. And furthermore, we'll be getting up against it a little bit. The following week, you'll be taking a vote, possibly on the budget and supplemental at the same time in preparation for the April 15th advisory board meeting. That was all.
What date is it?
April 15th.
Oh, 50, that's it. So no,
One for tax day.
right.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
It's a big week. Okay, anything more? Well, we got the budget book open.
No, as
Okay.
I will quote Jenna Leskow and say the budget book, there are more expenditures than revenues. I'm in the same
You're
place.
in the minutes, John.
Uh,
Getting the work done.
Popular theme.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Report from the Norfolk County RSVP program and vote to apply for AmeriCorps Senior Grant. Lucille,
I think she's coming in right now, Mr. Chair.
she coming? Lieutenant Lee,
I was here.
you see,
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
What do you think?
good afternoon, Lucille.
Good afternoon.
This is Lucille Cassis from the Norfolk County RSVP Director.
Yes,
What have you, Lucille?
I have an update today on our, it looks like it's in draft mode, but maybe Mark could put it in PowerPoint mode. And I think you have it in front of you, commissioners, so we wanted to give an update, Bill and I, as Director of Regional Services, on our plans to apply again for the AmeriCorps grant. So I think I have some good news to share today on that. So thank you for the time. And Bill, feel free to jump in anytime. So as you know, in the last year, we've had some ups and downs with AmeriCorps, and we weren't sure we were going to be able to apply. But we did receive word around mid-January that we were able to apply for the next 3-year grant cycle. So our grant cycle previously was 2023 to 2026. We're wrapping that up this year because it goes till the end of March for that cycle. And we're reapplying what they call a competition grant. So everyone in the country is applying at the same time for AmeriCorps funds, for various volunteer programs. So can Mark advance the slide?
Yeah, Mike, we go to the second slide.
There we go. Thank you, Mark. So as I mentioned, the grant cycle is upon us, and we're hoping to submit by tomorrow, if not a couple of days after that. They give you like a 5-day window because there's so much traffic on the site. They want you to make sure your application isn't late. So they asking everyone to sort of stagger their applications to get them in a little bit early so that they don't run into any issues on the technical side. So the good news is they gave us an extension because of all the turmoil, so to speak, in the last year with the grant, whether or not it was going to be funded, to close everything out by Tuesday, June 30th, which gives us a couple of extra months to spend down any unused funds and also do our final financial and progress reports on the last 3-year grant cycle. And the financials have to match to the penny. So we're really crossing our T's and dotting our I's on that. Next slide, Mark, if you could. Thank you. So we've spent, thank you to the commissioners for allowing us to bring on board my colleague Monique Allen in the last couple of months to help with this. She's been really helpful in terms of helping me get ready for this submission, and along with Bill and John and with their guidance. And we've been able to validate 233 volunteers in the system that are actually out there working and giving us timesheets and whatnot. We've recoded every person in the database to comply with the new, there are some new requirements for priorities for this 3-year cycle. The people that are falling into the other community priorities has to be less than 20% of your total number of volunteers. And we're at 13%, which is a good, comfortable number. So the budgeting formula is different this year than the last 3 years. So it's a base ask of $75,000 plus $350 per volunteer for the number that you're requesting. The 10% county match would be around $17,000 with this formula, and that would be for salaries. We're not putting in salaries because the county is wanted to keep that the salaries within the county budget. And of course, right now we don't have a volunteer coordinator, and hopefully if this grant comes through, we'll be able to be more confident about hiring that person. Next slide, Mark. Thank you. So we have really nice balanced work plans. People are in various areas, veterans, education, pre-K and adult ESOL, aging in place, food security, and other community priorities, which we put our holiday drive and our knitters who knit the Afghans for the folks at the VA. For healthy futures and education measures, those are the two main priorities we have. And we have to back all that up, of course, with timesheets and logs and surveys and various feedback from the volunteers on how they're doing. Next slide. I only have a couple more, so bear with me. So for this funding round, the formula, as I mentioned, has changed. So the base request is 75. The volunteers were coming in at 233 at $350 per volunteer. So that's 81,005. So the federal ask would be 156,550 annually, and the county would match each year with 17,000, which is a 10% flat match. In previous years, it was graded. It was in a tiered approach where the first year it was 10%, second year it was 20%, third year it was 30%, which was kind of onerous for the county to have to keep track of that graded match. And I think it's much easier now to just have a 10% across the board match. So you'll see that over the next 3 years, we're asking for about $500,000 to run the program. And we get paid every year. We get every quarter we can draw down, but we get a certain amount every year. So that's very consistent. And you'll see in the prior cycle, it was about $260,000 or $86,000 a year, $87,000 a year. And the new cycle is projected to be about $150,000 a year with this new formula. So it's actually more than what we've asked for in the past. We don't have to ask for that full amount. We can ask for a little bit less to maybe bring it in closer in line with what it was previously. And I've been having some philosophical discussions with my region about that, what seems to be the most reasonable ask. So that's something we're going to be discussing in the next day or so. And I think, we're certainly welcome to ask for that amount. And we can definitely support it because we'd be able to do some really interesting things with our volunteers if we were able to secure those funds. So obviously it depends on satisfactory performance every year. We have to file a continuation grant every year request to keep the program going. And we have to make sure that all of our financial and progress reports are stellar to keep the grant going. Okay, so on the horizon, the good news is we just received a $10,000 grant from the Mass Department of Transportation for the Rides for Vets program. And I had mentioned to, I think, folks in the past that if there are riders that are in wheelchairs, we are unable to accommodate those ride requests because we have volunteer drivers that are using their own vehicles, and we would have to refer those folks to the VA. The problem on that side is that the VA only provides rides for veterans who meet the income eligibility. So the folks that are kind of on that cusp, that are in a wheelchair but may be over the eligibility requirement, would not be eligible for a van ride. So they would have to go to the ride, which is with the MBTA, as we all know. And sometimes a little bit problematic because if you're really not well, you have to drive around all day for, hours to get to your appointment. So we'd love to be able to offer that. And I think it's great that we can now with this Mass Department of Transportation grant. And we're going to be able to offer, if someone has a wheelchair, a ride for that veteran. So that's exciting and makes us happy. We've also applied for an
Who applied for that grant?
We did.
Great.
Yep. Yeah, it just kind of came
That
up.
came through?
She saw it.
It just did. Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of the councils on aging get funding from the Mass DOT for their vans to pay for a van. We don't have that, but they often fund the COAs for that purpose.
Fantastic.
So yeah, we're really excited about it. So we can also offer that because COAs are great, but they only do like their own town and maybe 2 or 3 towns around them. If someone needs to get from, the western part of the county to the VA and Jamaica Plain, it's a bit of a hike, and the COA might not have the van available for that. So they're kind of limited on their side.
For me, when I go out to group talk, and we weave in RSVP, and 9 out of 10 times somebody there said, "Yep, that benefited me, or my father or grandfather." It's a wonderful program.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
is.
It's
That's great.
yeah, we're really thrilled to be able to get
Could
that.
we apply for a van?
We could. So I was conservative with this ask this year because it was new to us. We're new to them. And so we only asked for 10,000, but if we wanted a van, there's another category where you could request a van, but then we'd have to hire a driver. So it's something maybe the commissioners might want to consider. If we're able to secure the next AmeriCorps grant, we can pay the driver out of the grant money. So that's definitely something.
No, I
we can
encourage
do.
you to apply.
Yeah,
If we can get a van, we can.
I would too.
It's
We gotta
kind of
use it for the
kind of a
intention,
nice
for the
idea.
purposes that we put it in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but
Yes.
I'd apply anyway.
Yeah, I
See what
support that. You never know.
Yeah, we can. So this grant runs till 2027. We can definitely apply, I think, at the end of 26 or the beginning of 27 for a van if the commissioners wanted to pursue that.
Mr. Chairman,
That is an option. Yes.
to the
Yes.
extent that you're encouraging the application to include a van, I think as Lucille just pointed out, the application ought to include the ability to service the van and provide personnel services to it, because there is no bandwidth within the county's budget to support that. In other words, the grant should include driver and car, if that's your wish.
Okay,
Okay, and we can also get guidance from the councils on aging on what they pay and what it costs them to maintain their van. We could ask them for some guidance on that.
Thinking.
Yeah.
Something outside the box.
any questions of Lucille? Thank you.
Yeah. Good.
So just 2 more last quick points. We did apply also if you can go back, Mark, just for a sec. We applied to also AARP for $7,500 for a digital friendly visiting program. One of the big focuses for AmeriCorps is senior isolation. And if folks can't get to the person's home or to the congregate setting, we've applied for this grant as a pilot program to buy a half a dozen iPads to bring in so that the patient can talk to loved ones and have more interaction with the outside world. Because the people that are in long-term care facilities often have very little family or are very isolated from family that might be out of town. So that's something we also apply for. I'm not sure we'll get it. Again, we're very new to we're new to AARP in terms of
Okay,
application.
actually, I'm not clear.
Yeah.
So you're here May to December. What's that mean?
It's actually a pretty short time frame, Commissioner.
Okay.
It's from May to December only, so
Okay.
it's a pretty tight window.
So say you have a person who's isolated.
Yeah,
You identify that person
right.
and you bring them 6 iPads?
No,
Yeah.
no. We would give it to the volunteer
Yeah.
to bring to the congregate setting or to a COA or to a private home
Mhm.
to be able to talk with whomever they want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we would maintain it, and I've already talked to IT. They're willing to support, helping us set up the iPads and everything.
Yeah.
But once we own them, we have them, and hopefully as a pilot, it works well, and we'll be able to continue it going forward.
I think Sheriff McDermott, not identical to that,
Mhm.
but they do some kind of a program where they call, they sign up.
Yeah, Are You Okay?
Are you
program.
okay program?
Yeah, it's really
Which
good.
is Call in and
Yeah.
check on them and see how they're doing. And
Right.
You know, so this is,
Yeah, it's kind of
It's an idea.
similar, kind of similar.
yeah, but this is brand new, we're doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, I don't know if we'll get it.
Oh, you applied for it,
We
okay.
applied. I just wanted to let the
Okay.
commissioners
All right,
know
no, let
that
us
we
know.
had applied.
That's great.
That's good.
Yeah.
General, we'll apply for everything, see what
Yeah.
We throw spaghetti against the wall, right?
There you
See
go.
what comes back.
we'll have to fleet vans and then we'll run around.
I
Fill.
don't know if we can handle a fleet, but
No.
maybe one.
But the DOT we got, right? We got that one.
DOT is coming, yes.
Yeah.
We got a letter
Great.
saying that I have the letter here I can look copies for the commissioner.
Wonderful.
And so just the last slide is just for any questions that you might have with AmeriCorps or anything we've discussed today. Happy to answer anything that is on your mind.
Well, aside from COLA
Mhm.
and aside from the possibility of a driver for that van, is your budget level funded as been last year? Or are there any, it sounds like you're doing an awful lot more, but is it the same amount or is it,
Well,
other than the COLA, the adjustments? You know, what do you call it?
yeah, I mean,
It's,
we're doing all the same things we did in the last 3-year cycle. I think the difference is that we've I think, got a better handle on kind of where everybody's working and how many hours they're putting in and things of that nature, because we really audited the database in preparation for not only this application, but for the data migration that we're going to do to a new system. So we're pretty confident in these numbers. And I think if we get the grant, it'll be amazing. And if we don't, we'll have to,
We
see
put
what
in,
happens.
through Mr. Chair, we put in level, so the county contribution piece, the non-salary piece is level from last year.
Okay.
Right.
Great job on the collection too, right? It was overwhelming.
Yeah.
That was
Sure
amazing.
was.
Really was. No, it
I
was
got to
amazing.
rethink that next year. a little
Yeah,
bit, but-
yeah.
She still got a lot of
I
leftovers.
was gonna
here.
say, that's,
Which
I'm
is
sure.
delivered. It's all
Yeah,
delivered.
no, wait, the second one, where's the ticket?
Oh, we went to file the bills with the rest for their veteran housing
Awesome.
because the VA had said enough. We had enough.
Yeah.
I had no place else to store it. So
Well, they'll take anything new like
Mr. Chair.
yeah,
unopened, it's, well, Dick, you were there.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a great program.
We're very grateful. Lucille's doing a great job, and
Yeah.
as we continue, we thought it would be proper to request from you 3, just approval to proceed and
Right.
apply for this large federal RSC grant again. So if you could just vote for us to apply for the AmeriCorps.
Oh, yeah.
grant.
Do you need a motion on that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Accept the
Yeah, be on
report.
it, yeah. I would be pleased to move that we authorize either Lucille or you, Lucille, to
John.
on behalf of the commissioners and Mr. Cronin, for the AmeriCorps grant to fund our very outstanding RCP program. Sure.
Second.
Okay, thank you, Lucille.
Get voted.
all in favor?
Joe, all in favor?
Aye.
There you go. Aye.
We'll take it.
You guys, I'm on the.
Unanimous.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
great. Great job.
Thank you,
Lucille.
gentlemen. Thank you
We
very much.
appreciate all you do.
Thank you.
14,
Really, keep it all up.
report of the county director,
Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
Dr. Cronin.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Few items. First, through you, I'd like to remind department heads and others, supplemental requests for the upcoming advisory board meeting and Commissioners' consideration thereof are due to this office, Phil Iantosca, by March 25th, a week from today. Those will be supplemental and transfer requests from your end. A reminder to those that have been appointed by the State Ethics Commission as policymakers eligible to file state financial interest filings. They are due May 1st, 2026.
On my list.
Yes. Earlier today, HR Director Gerard Foy sent out an all users email as an invitation for anyone interested to take a voluntary state conflict of interest law seminar on Friday, March 27th, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. The email included the link for those that are interested in that update or ethics training.
I'm pleased to let the commissioners know that Habib Associates, our architect, has delivered the BMS study for Brookline, Stoughton, and Rentham courts. You funded the study earlier this year. This is an extension of the work that you began with ARPA funds across the street at Dedham District Court, which is now completed. This study will give us a broad stroke on the expected costs and involvement in putting this critical resource into each of these courts. I intend to hand this off to the new facility director when the new facility director is hired, but it's a major milestone and obviously will cost some money down the road. We'll talk about when we get to our capital plan likely in the fall. And then finally, Walson Recreational Facility, which, as you know, was scheduled to have a soft opening on March 10th, has now made that March 20th, this coming Friday, for a soft opening. I think the snowpack has left the area and they're expecting some fair weather to get those hardy golfers out there a little early. So that is all I have, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Any questions for Director Cronin?
Do we want to acknowledge the letter from Congressman Oshkosh? It's a pretty good letter. Supporting.
You want to read that? I didn't get that. I've got one more thing.
Oh.
Don't worry. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to read the whole letter. First, I acknowledge, thank Congressman Oshkosh for his support of the AmeriCorps. So,
Okay. Good.
which is very important. Lucille was just here. I thought it was great to hear from him, so appreciate that help. No worries. All I had.
Any emergency items or topics the chair did not reasonably anticipate? I do not have any. However, I have a sad note, and I'd like to dedicate this meeting in honor of Timothy J. McDonough, presently serving as an assessor in the town of Norwood, who passed away suddenly on March 12th, 2026. Tim, born and raised, educated in Norwood, the seventh of 8 children, and the sixth son. At 18 years old, while still a senior in high school, Tim ran for his first political office, the Norfolk School Committee. His 1983 victory led to his title of one of the youngest elected politicians in the country into a lifetime of politics, service, and philanthropy. While he touched the lives of so many people that he met. Tim was proud to have served in the Norfolk School Committee, selectman, and most recently, full-time town assessor with over 41 years of service to the town. A true townie. In his role as president and a founding member of Circles of Hope and the Norwood Scholarship Committee, his generosity and kindness impacted hundreds of Norwood residents. If anyone had a health issue or financial hardship, they knew they could turn to Tim. Anonymously, Tim and the board members of the Circle of Hope were able to help hundreds of residents in some of their toughest times in their lives. The Norwood School Scholarship Foundation, where he was president for many years, aided many Norfolk high school graduates in their secondary education. County Commissioners extend our heartfelt condolences to Tim's son, Patrick McDonough. Patrick's fiance, Melissa, both of them, his sisters, brothers, and many extended friends. So we'd like to close this memory, Patrick's memory. He was quite an outstanding young person.
Sad news.
Yeah.
It was sudden. There was no indication of illness.
This is something that was fine.
Oh,
61.
how old?
61.
Bad.
All right, motion to adjourn, please, in memory of Timothy, Patrick's his son.
Yeah. Move we adjourn this meeting at 1:44.
Second.
Motion adjourned, motion second, made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.